सब अपने हैं, हम जब साथ हो तो कल को आज कर सकते हैं, हम जब साथ हो तो हम घर पे राज कर सकते हैं, हम ये भी।
So when we at the Population Foundation started working on this serial, we were nervous. But we had great Pragya from a small town in Bihar called and said, ever since I've started seeing, मैं कुछ भी कर सकती हूँ, मुझे लगता है मैं कुछ भी कर सकती हूँ. And she said, मैं इस देश की president बन सकती हूँ. And although मैं सिर्फ 10वीं कक्षा में हूँ, पर I am sure मैं president बन के ये ज़रूर देखूंगी कि किसी महिला पे कोई भी कुछ oppression नहीं आए. मैं हिंदी इंग्लिश में मिक्स बोल रही हूँ उसका quote. So we are back with season 2 now, and this multimedia initiative produced by Population Foundation of India includes TV, radio, media presence. We are on 158 AIR radio stations. It's difficult often. And the MITS and Consider Mud team for enthusiastically involving in collaboration with Main Kuch Bhi Kar Sakti Hoon to make gender equality and life free of violence as a reality.
Of season 1 in 2014, it was a tremendous success. Give a hand, all of you should give your share to Doordarshan, and please watch DD and AIR in your spare time. Thank you very much.
आपके समक्ष रखें. आइए फरहान सर.
Thank you, Feroz. Yes, of course. आप कुछ भी कर सकती हैं, no problem. Thank you, Feroz. Thank you, Mr. Thomas, and thank you, Poonam. Thank you, and just thank you everyone for being here. It really is an amazing time, really, that we're in, where there's such an emphasis across the world on what is going on in regard to gender issues. You know, fortunately, over this last couple of months, we have interacted a lot, not just with people within our own country and within our own city, but globally. And we are seeing that there is a lot of soul searching, a lot of searching for solutions that is going on, where people are coming together to form great opinion polls that can translate into some kind of action, and that can translate into some kind of change in society. So it feels very, very wonderful. I feel very fortunate to be part of it. And honestly, to get messaging out through an entertainment format is really the way to do it. And especially when we want to talk to a young generation, it doesn't surprise me, you know, when you say that the calls that you get are predominantly between the ages of 18 and 24. That doesn't surprise me, because these are the people who are wanting something different to happen now. These are the people who are restless for change. These are the people who do not want life to go on the way it was before them. And for them to get involved, this is a very healthy sign when you talk about the number of calls that you get. For me, as the founder of Mard, I've always believed, and I've been propagating the same value system or the same opinion that Feroz and Poonam have shared here, that it is exceedingly important for men to get involved in finding solutions to problems that we for the longest time have considered only to be female problems. When you take the show, मैं कुछ भी कर सकती हूँ, loosely translated, I can do anything or I can be anything. The fact is that it is possible, even in adversity, to be anything or to do anything that you want. But how much more wonderful would it be if you did not have social restrictions or did not have social limitations or social role-playing that was thrust onto you, and you had the support of your family and you had the support of your friends, so that you would enjoy your successes, so that you could share your successes with people who are important to you. And for that reason, I feel the show is a very important show. I'm very, very happy that season 1 has done as well as it's done. Hopefully when we come together, I'm here really more as an amplifier of your message, you know, so that we can reach out to a lot more people, hopefully get a lot more men involved not only in watching the show, but thinking about what the show stands for, so that we can arrive at further solutions. So thank you very, very much for having me, and I'm absolutely here to serve you in whichever way I can. Thank you.
फिरोज जी, ये बताइए कि अभी तो औरतें बहुत आगे निकल गई हैं
जी,
अब कितना आगे निकालना चाहते हैं, इसके बारे में बताइए।
उसकी कोई सीमा थोड़ी होती है आगे बढ़ने की। आगे बढ़ने की अपनी परिभाषा अलग अलग होती है। तो मैं समझता हूँ कि इस सवाल का जवाब मेरे पास तो नहीं। किसी आगे बढ़ने की कोई सीमा नहीं है। आगे बढ़ना तो एक मुहावरा, एक बात करने की है। भागीदारी होनी चाहिए, और आपको ये भी देखना चाहिए कि फिलहाल औरतों की स्थिति क्या है इस देश के अंदर, और हमारा उनकी तरफ रवैया क्या है। जब तक वो
फरहान, यहाँ पर इनइक्वालिटी की बात हो रही है, तो बॉलीवुड में भी कहीं ना कहीं एक इनइक्वालिटी है, जैसे कि एक्टर के मुकाबले एक्ट्रेस को कम पे किया जाता है, या फिर किसी भी जैसे कि क्वीन, मर्दानी जैसी फिल्मों को ज़्यादा तवज्जो नहीं दिया जाता, तो उसके बारे में क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप?
मैं इसके बारे में अब क्या कहूँ, क्योंकि मैं उनके बिहाफ पे नेगोशिएट तो करता हूँ नहीं, तो आई रियली कांट आंसर ऑन समबडी एल्सेस बिहाफ।
एज अ प्रोड्यूसर आप क्या सोचते हैं इस बारे में?
एज अ प्रोड्यूसर हमारी नेगोशिएशन जो होती है, वी नेवर टेल समबडी व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू पे देम, दे टेल अस व्हाट दे वुड लाइक टू गेट पेड, and that is what we end up paying them. ऐसा कभी नहीं होता that you go to somebody and say I will pay you this much and you do my film. That will be very disrespectful for anybody to do. So वो हम नहीं करते, बाकी other people can answer for themselves.
फरहान, hi, this is Pooja. आपसे पूछना चाहती हूँ इसी प्लेटफॉर्म पे कि हाल ही में दीपिका पादुकोण ने अपना एक वीडियो जारी किया था, उसमें उन्होंने कहा था कि वो अपनी शर्तों पे जीना चाहती है। तो क्या एज अ राइटर, प्रोड्यूसर, डायरेक्टर एंड एक्टर योरसेल्फ, क्या ये आज भी मतलब महिलाओं को ये कहना पड़ता है कि वो अपने शर्तों पे जीना चाहती है? मतलब आपका क्या जनरल स्टेटमेंट है, और इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे खासकर?
मेरे ख्याल से जो वीडियो था माय चॉइस, जो दीपिका ने बनाया था, वो जो कह रही हैं वो उनके एक्सपीरियंसेस से, उनके जो एक पर्सनल ओपिनियन है वो दुनिया के साथ शेयर कर रही हैं। फर्स्टली आई थिंक वी शुड कमेंड ऑन बीइंग रियली ब्रेव दैट शी वाज शेयरिंग समथिंग दैट्स सो पर्सनल टू हर। उसके अलावा आप अग्री करें ना अग्री करें, दैट इज़ कम्प्लीटली योर कॉल, मगर ये कहना कि यू शुड नॉट शेयर व्हाट यू आर फीलिंग और यू शुड बी चैस्टाइज्ड फॉर सेइंग हाउ कैन यू से दीज थिंग्स, वो ये नहीं कह रही कि आप भी ऐसा कीजिए, वो सिर्फ ये कह रही है कि ये मेरी मर्जी है कि मैं ऐसा करूँ। तो आई थिंक दैट इज़ ओके, एनीबडी कैन से व्हाट देयर चॉइस इज in life, and she came out very bravely and said what she had to say, and it's okay to agree and it's okay to disagree. वो आपकी मर्जी है, nobody saying that you have to agree with her, ये भी किसी ने नहीं कहा। So I think it was totally fine, I had no problem with it whatsoever.
My question is to Farhan. This association, Mard and Population Foundation of India, to begin with, what are you all going to do? How are you all going to start off this association?
Well, there are a couple of thoughts. Mard, again, for what it is that we had started off and what we wanted to do, was to constantly be creating content that would be messaging content. We've done it so far in the form of some poetry. We've done it in the form of 2 songs now that have come out. And similarly now with this association, we are also hoping maybe to create some content supporting this show. So whether it happens in the form again of some more poetry writing, whether it happens in the form of songs that can be either part of the show or can be used to promote the show further, how my personal time can be used to get people, to drive people to watch this show. So all these things are currently being discussed, but it will be focused on content creation that will drive people towards this show, towards this messaging. That is essentially what will be happening.
Hi, Farhan. Farhan, you've obviously done a lot of research on how, men in this country and women actually, look at this whole issue of gender inequality. And we are all working towards it to make this happen, to make equality happen. How do you think are the basic problems that you feel today in our country that exist, that are the basic barriers in achieving gender equality?
You know, in all honesty, this is a very, very long discussion. It would be very difficult for me to sum it up and give it to you in one line. But I think at the heart of it all, which I think Feroz has touched upon, Poonam has also touched upon, is essentially a mindset issue. I think that really lies at the root of every problem. of how a person thinks and what your role is as a man and what a woman's role is as a woman given a certain social setup that we all belong to. I think that needs some reworking, because when that changes, it will reflect in many things. It will reflect in the ratio of female infanticide changing. It will change dowry deaths. It will change child marriage happening. It will change many, many things. We will start changing if you start thinking of women not as having to play a certain role in society. So it's a mindset thing, which I think everyone is trying to address. And if we can find that balance, I think automatically it will start reflecting and manifesting in many different ways.
Sure. This show also is trying to achieve that.
Firstly, to just get equality on stage, can I ask Feroz to come and sit down? Thank you.
Yes. Now that equality has been done. The show obviously is trying to achieve that, and also because now we know we are doing this campaign in a lot of metro cities, and the program probably will reach to a lot more to the rural areas where this needs to be established. How do you think in houses and households which are in the rural areas, can a man stand up in his own way? It doesn't always have to be preventing a situation, but in his own day-to-day activities, how do you think a man can support a woman in a house where she's probably working, in doing household chores or anything else?
Well, I mean, I think at the basis of it all, I think is education. I think if you empower a girl by access to education, access to health, and hugely, again, which Poonam has spoken about, and I completely agree, is give them control and charge over their reproductive cycle of when they want to have kids. You know, if that decision lies with them, then they can plan their lives accordingly. The fact is, if somebody is planning your life for you, it's very difficult for you to achieve everything that you set out for yourself. I'll give you a very macro example, which is something that could apply to anyone. If you want to go on a holiday, and I plan that holiday for you, you may not end up actually having as much fun as you'd like to have if you planned it for yourself. It's just as simple as that. So if I can plan my own life, if I have control over my own life, then I can live it to the fullest, because I'm completely in charge and in control of all my decisions. So I think the most important thing for men and for women, because it's equally as important as parents, because there's a mother as well, you know, for them both to give the girl child absolute control and freedom to exercise their choices vis-a-vis their own life. I think that's very, very important.
Farhan, hi. Here on your left. Hi. Of course, Doordarshan is a great media. People all over India and the world can see it. But also in today's times, internet is something that everybody prefers to watch whatever videos they want. So with the whole issue of net neutrality that's come up in the last few days, what is your take on it? Because, you know, obviously if this same main kuch bhi kar sakti hu, also coming on YouTube.
Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I think we're changing topics and going off somewhere else to a whole other issue which really doesn't have anything to do with this right now. I do agree with you. I think Doordarshan is a fantastic vehicle for this show. And Doordarshan actually goes to places where people still cannot download something and watch it. It reaches those people as well. You know, so, and television it's a very, very powerful tool. You know, and we are still struggling, like he said, that there's a population of almost 8 to 9 million people that only have access to one channel of Doordarshan, and for them, a smartphone downloading a video clip is really a very distant reality at this point. Hopefully it will change. But this medium, as far as putting the show out, reaching as many people as you possibly can, in as many languages as you possibly can, I mean, there's no other channel that can do it in this country apart from Doordarshan, and their support for this is truly commendable.
Also, do you plan to make any appearances because in the show?
Will I be what?
Any appearance of you in the
Yes,
show?
we have been talking about this, so I'm sure that at some point all this information will reach you.
Firstly, congratulations, wonderful job. I really want to know from all the creative people over there, one of the most difficult things in education is maintaining that balance between entertainment and education. So I'd like to hear from you any particular challenges and how you dealt with these. Were there times when you felt the education was overwhelming the entertainment or the other way around? As a creative person, how do you deal with this?
Very important question. I must first of all say that I had a terrific team with me. My co-writer, Shraddha Singh, she's also here. I have my editor, Mandar, and so on and so forth. All of them were very, very clear about one thing, is that we are entertainment plus. Because if we fail on entertainment, then the education will go full toss. And that's one of the problems with NGOs. They want to give you, they want to put it on your throat. Anytime you meet them, you feel you're getting an education class from them. So that was the first thing our conversation was. Okay, people are not interested in hearing about all these kind of things unless you get them. And the story should be the message. I can't say now story stop, message come. Nothing of that sort. The story is the message. We involve them with the characters, and that's why soaps are very interesting. They are highly melodramatic and so on and so forth. But there is something called the cognitive behavior, and there has been a great theory that's gone down. There's a Bandura's theory that goes on, Eric Bentley's theory of drama, and so on and so forth. And Miguel Sabido is one master of that. And in fact, he was the person who advised the Indian government to start the first soap opera in this country. So the idea is that you be very strong on entertainment, compelling characters, slightly melodramatic because soaps are supposed to be there. Suck them into it and then start giving the kind of good tea that you want to give them. But first get them. So it should never, never get your eyes off entertainment. And it's not about how good a serial I'm going to shoot and something like that. We are very clear. It's entertainment within the ecosystem of the television. That's actually the biggest challenge. We've got the most regressive television programming in the world, I would say, and particularly as long as women are concerned. The kind of things that we make our women do in a television serial, agar koi bahar se dekhega, so he'll be stunned at looking at these things. So we had a problem of the ecosystem, the kind of serial that's going on. So we didn't want to say, okay, we are very different, nothing of that sort. We say, okay, this is the ecosystem, this is how the television evolved. We will be very strong in our melodrama, soaps, and with that, through our own values and aesthetics, we will push in all the messaging. That's the way we've gone about it.
Farhan, when can we expect a film from you emphasizes on women's world? A film something like that, Dil Chahta Hai, which was, totally based on guys' friendship.
Well, I would like to have a conversation with you after you watch Dil Dhadakne Do.
Hello, to Farhan sir. With Mard right now, other than this promotion of this serial, what is the scheme that you have going?
I'm trying to be as less scheming as possible with with this initiative. Okay. No, the thing is that, see, it's a behavior initiative. It's something that was very categorically targeted towards college students, high school students, young boys who really are at the cusp of manhood. They are at this time in their life where within a year or two they'll start referring to themselves as men and not as boys. So what are these parameters that they base this opinion of themselves on? We all get these parameters from cultural references and from what we see around us. None of us have ever spoken to our parents and said, at what age did you call yourself a man? And now, would you call me a man? You don't ask these questions. You just look at what's going on around you in a film or in pop culture or in society, on the news, whatever you read, how your friends behave, and you base your opinion on that. So we've been talking to kids mainly, to young boys or young men and boys, and just giving them a certain direction and a certain value system, if you want to call it that, of ideas that they can base their concept of manhood on. And that includes values of equality towards women. It includes values of sensitivity, that it's okay to be sensitive. It's okay to be soft. It's okay to have feelings and not always be aggressive. Because that's usually the pop culture references that come to you, that is you have to be always an aggressive kind of character. If you want to consider yourself a man, you have to be macho, So just to kind of give them other ideas to think about is what we do, and that's an ongoing thing. And apart from that, like I said, anything that we can do to create content, to get involved, we are glad to do it.
Hi, this is Neeru. My question is to both Feroz and Farhan. Apart from your association with Mard, this for the first time in season 2, what new do we get to see in season 2? And to Farhan, आपको क्या लगता है कि इस सीजन 2 से जैसे हम हर रोज़ अभी भी डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस या नारी पर अत्याचार, महिलाओं पर अत्याचार, लोकल ट्रेन्स में जिस तरह से अत्याचार होते, एक जर्नलिस्ट पर हाल ही में अटैक हुआ था, इस तरह की घटनाएं हर रोज़ हमें देखने सुनने मिलती हैं, न्यूज़पेपर्स में हो, रियल लाइफ में हो. आपको क्या लगता है कि इससे इस सीज़न 2 में आप ऐसा क्या लेके आ रहे हैं जो रियल लाइफ में एक्चुअली में हमें इम्प्रूवमेंट्स देखने को मिल सकते हैं?
आपने ज़रा दायरा थोड़ा बड़ा कर दिया है आपने. मैं आपसे कहना चाहूँगा कि ये जो आप बात कर रही हैं वो एक अलग बात है, जुड़ी हुई है, लेकिन उसके पीछे जो उसका इतिहास है थोड़ा सा हाँ वो उसका इतिहास थोड़ा सा अलग है. एंड अर्बन अलग होता है, छोटा टाउन अलग होता है, अपना गांव अलग होता है. तो मैं जो सीज़न में होने वाला है वहाँ तक फ़िलहाल सीमित रहना चाहता हूँ कि जो सीज़न 2 है उसमें सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि जो स्नेहा ने भी कहा उसके अंदर कि वो कहती है कि हर गांव का रास्ता तो शहर तक जाता है, तो शहर का रास्ता लौट कर गांव तक क्यों नहीं आता. It means that people who are now empowered, if they have become doctors, whatever, why can't they give something back to the village? So she has decided 2 things कि मैं अब मरीजों तक पहुंचूंगी, मरीज अस्पताल तक नहीं आएगा. It's a journey into the heartland. It's where the pain is, where the diseases are, and she wants to go there. वो उनके जख्मों पे मरहम और उनकी जो दिल पर जो है उस पर ही मरहम लगाना चाहती है. तो she will go there. एंड उसके साथ साथ वी आर डीलिंग दिस टाइम विद इश्यूज ऑफ एडोलेसेंस. आपने देखा होगा कि महिलाओं की फुटबॉल टीम बनाई गई है, एंड फिर वो आगे जाके समझदारी और भागीदारी के लिए महिला और पुरुष दोनों लड़के लड़की साथ में मिलकर जब फुटबॉल खेलेंगे तो जब खेल होगा तो समझदारी बढ़ेगी. खेल में जिम्मेदारियां भी होती है. एंड उसमें जैसे फरहान is associated his organization with a wonderful organization called Magic Bus, and that's what they do. Through a game they are able to give you life skills. So that's what we're doing. And then with that, we also are emphasizing a lot on self-help group. क्योंकि इस देश में एक बहुत बड़ी क्रांति चल रही है जिसके बारे में हमने सुना भी नहीं है और जिसके बारे में हमने ज़्यादा देखा भी नहीं है. And that is the self-help groups of women in places like Uttar Pradesh, in Bihar, and the kind of work that they're doing from microfinancing to health to social issues is quite staggering. But ये है कि उनकी आवाज़ नहीं सुनाई देती तो इसका मतलब नहीं कि उनकी हिम्मत या उनकी ताकत कम है, लेकिन वो हमारे दायरे से शायद हमारे आवाज़ के उसमें से बाहर है. तो all these things we are emphasizing. We are also going to say, for example, Poonam has been very clear, is that कि जब भी ये हम सुनते हैं, जैसे बिलासपुर में भी हुआ था कि स्टेरिलाइजेशन करते हैं, आप औरतों को लेकर आते हैं, एंड जो है एक आदमी था डॉक्टर, उसको कहा जाता था कि ये स्टेरिलाइजेशन का तेंदुलकर है. उसको ये खिताब दिया गया था कि वो कितनी जल्दी जल्दी स्टेरिलाइज करता है. उसका नतीजा बिलासपुर में आपने देख लिया था कि क्या हालत हुई थी उसकी. तो उन्होंने रिपोर्ट बनाई और इस सीरियल में वो भी दिखाएंगे कि आइडियल क्या होता है, किस तरीके से ये सारी चीज़ें होनी चाहिए. एंड उसमें महिला की जो वो है अपना उनकी जो उनका एक्सेप्टेंस या उनकी मर्जी वो बहुत ज़रूरी है. तो ये सारी चीज़ें जो हैं और उसके साथ साथ बहुत सारी काउंसलिंग जो है फैमिली प्लानिंग इश्यूज़ को लेकर, एडोलेसेंट इश्यूज़ को लेकर, जिसे आप अपना यूथ हेल्थ कहें या यूथ अपना सेक्स एजुकेशन कहें, वो सारी चीज़ें हम कोशिश करेंगे कि इस टेलीविज़न सीरियल के माध्यम से उनको एड्रेस करें. और एक दूसरी बात है कि जब मर्द सेंसिटाइज होंगे तो ये जो सारी चीज़ें आप कह रही हैं कि औरतों पर अटैक करना, जर्नलिस्ट पे अटैक करना, क्योंकि आजकल हो ये रहा है कि हम हमारे पॉपुलर मीडियम से सेक्स स्टिमुलेशन बहुत देते हैं लेकिन सेक्स एजुकेशन किसी के पास नहीं है. तो जब आप पुरुष महिला के शरीर के बारे में समझेगा, उसकी रिस्पेक्ट करेगा, जब दोनों के अंदर एक दूसरे में जब समझदारी होगी तो ये वायलेंस जो अंदर का जो भड़क रहा है वो अपने आप कम हो जाएगा. इसलिए मर्द और औरतों के बीच में संवाद बहुत ज़रूरी है. तो ये सारी चीज़ें हम कोशिश करेंगे दूसरे सीजन में लाने के लिए.
Question is for Meenal. Meenal, as a lead actor, what have your experiences been? As a lead actor, what has your experiences been?
My experience as a lead actor for this show has been amazing. I have grown as a person, as an individual. Like when I joined the show, I was very new. I was not even sure if I want to do it or if I will be able to do it properly. But I got inspired when I started doing the show, then when I used to read my scenes, I used to go and discuss with Feroz sir that why are we doing this? What is the thought behind the scene? How do you want me to perform? And then he would explain to me so nicely. He would make me actually feel the pain of those people. And then I would be able to perform. Otherwise, I used to be so scared. When I used to come on the set, I used to be like, oh my God, why do I have to say all these lines? I can't say. I can't do this scene. I just wanted to come and run back. So working with him, I learned a lot. He has been an institution for me. I'm sorry I'm saying this. I know you're going to kill me for saying all this. He doesn't like to hear anything good about him. So it has been amazing, and now during this journey from first season to second season, I have been contacted by a lot of fans, especially very young girls, teenager girls in school and colleges, who they call me and they tell me how inspired they are from the show. And then they also send me messages on Facebook, and then they discuss their personal problems with me, which they cannot discuss with their parents or friends or relatives, because they think that they can do it anonymously and I'm not going to affect their lives. And when they discuss their problems with me, then, I sometimes talk to sir and we decide that what should I tell them? Because again, it's a very big responsibility if somebody asks you a question, and if you end up giving them some wrong advice, it might just affect them so badly. So, and then later on, there was this one girl who called me back and she said that, because of the advice that we had given, her problem got solved and she was very relieved. So it's a very nice feeling, just that you've been able to affect somebody's life. Even if we are able to change one life, I guess that's it. Purpose is fulfilled, yeah? That's it.
This is the last question. Just hold on, guys.
Why females are treated different in villages than cities in India? Why females are treated different in villages than cities in India?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We are trying to search that. Hopefully we'll get an answer. But why, we know that why men behave badly. We're trying to work on that. And hopefully that will happen in all the places. It's a बड़ा लंबा सवाल है ये, इसका आंसर यहाँ तो नहीं हो सकता. Thank you very much. बहुत.
Maybe I'll answer your question. Women are not treated differently. They are treated in the same negative way, where it comes to domestic violence, where it comes to freedoms. In rural areas and urban areas, there isn't too much of a difference. And if you look at the data, age at marriage, for instance, there isn't a big difference. Girls marry very early, as much in urban areas and rural areas. And I want to give you some shocking data. Sex selection is much higher in urban areas and amongst the rich and the educated. There isn't that rural-urban divide isn't full. Yes, there are more opportunities for girls in urban areas than rural areas, but there are more opportunities for boys in urban areas compared to rural areas. So it is, and most of the advantages go to the men in terms of jobs and so on. But women do unpaid work equally, so life for women has to improve in both rural and urban areas.
Well, thank you very much for being here. We would like to thank all the people who have been with us in this journey. First of all, once again, I think from the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank Farhan, and I think a big round of applause for him joining us in this venture for us. And thank the Taj Hotel for being very, very gracious, and all our partners, the event company, CAB. They have been wonderful. Chandni, who's been doing a lot of work on that, and our PR company, and all of them. Everyone has been really very, very special, and they have worked towards making this event a success. And thank you very much. And now there is high tea, and if there is any other question that you might have to any of us, not Farhan, but any of us. No, because Farhan needs to go somewhere, I suppose. Yeah.
Can we just have a close picture, please? Just a bit close.
Sir, right to left.
The questions have to be.
एक सेकेंड, सब लोग पीछे हट जाओ प्लीज, सब लोग पीछे हट जाओ, आराम से करो यार, आराम से एक एक करो नहीं
हाँ, ट्रेलर कल रात को रिलीज हुआ 8 बजे। मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि बहुत सारे मैसेजेस आए हैं मुझे सोशल मीडिया पर, मेरे फ़ोन पर। लोगों को ट्रेलर बहुत पसंद आ रहा है। वेरी हैप्पी, द एंटायर क्रू इज वेरी हैप्पी।
Tell us about this Association of Population Foundation of India and Marth, please, Farhan.
वेल यार, दिस एक अमेजिंग शो है, मैं कुछ भी कर सकती हूँ, जिसका सीज़न 2 अब 4 तारीख को शुरू हुआ है दूरदर्शन पर। तो फॉर मर्थ टू बी इन्वॉल्व विद इन, क्योंकि हम चाहते हैं कि ये जो एक शो है वो ऑन द फेस ऑफ इट ऐसे लगता है कि सिर्फ फीमेल इश्यूज़ के बारे में बात कर रहा है, मगर ये सच बात नहीं है कि वो सिर्फ फीमेल इश्यूज़ हैं। इसमें जो मेन है उसकी भी जो एक मैस्कुलिनिटी की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है और एक जो एक मर्द की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, एक सोल्यूशन ढूंढने में, इन इश्यूज़ के बारे में बात करने, एक हाईलाइट करने में, it's a very serious responsibility of all men, and as the founder of Marth, I'm very proud to be associated with the show, और hopefully जो इसका एक मैसेज है मैं उसके अपने इनिशिएटिव के जरिए लोगों तक पहुंचा पाऊंगा, एम्पलीफाई करूंगा।
फरहान, आपकी फिल्म की शूट के दौरान सिक्योरिटी थोड़ी बीफ अप कर दी गई थी क्योंकि गाने का कुछ क्लिप लीक हुआ था और बहुत सी ऐसी खबरें आ रही है काफी फिल्मों में। क्या आपको कुछ आइडिया है क्या फोन बैन किए गए हैं सेट्स पे या सिक्योरिटी?
मुझे इसके बारे में कुछ नहीं पता था।
अभी रिसेंटली भी फिल्म एबीसीडी का पोस्टर जो है वो लीक हो गया था, तो काफी फिल्म मेकर्स को इस चीज से प्रॉब्लम रहती है कि उनकी फिल्म के प्रोमोज या गाने पहले।
इन ऑल ऑनेस्टी, मतलब जो भी फिल्म मेकर है वो चाहेगा कि जो प्लान उन्होंने बनाया है, जो स्ट्रैटेजी उन्होंने बनाई है to release any publicity material, to release any clip of their film, any clip of audio, they would want to have control on it. So if somebody has leaked something out, the appropriate people need to be dealt with by the production.
Thank you, Farhan. Thank you. Farhan.
मिस्टर विक्रांत राय, ही इज प्लेइंग द मेन लीड। इन्होंने पहले भी और बहुत सारे शोज में मेन लीड किया है, फिल्म भी कर रहे हैं अभी, और इस शो में ही इज प्लेइंग माय मेन लीड। बाकी ये बताएंगे।
सबसे पहले तो आपसे जानना चाहेंगे किस तरह का शो है, यहाँ पर फरहान को भी बुलाया गया था, तो क्या कहना चाहेंगे कि किस तरह का शो है, कितना पसंद आएगा ऑडियंस को?
शो बहुत अच्छा है, पसंद आ रहा है, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी फर्स्ट सीजन ऑन एयर हो चुका है और उसके रिजल्ट्स बहुत अच्छे रहे, इसीलिए हमने हिम्मत की कि हम सेकंड सीजन बना पाए। फर्स्ट सीजन से 52 एपिसोड्स का था और सेकंड सीजन 78 एपिसोड्स का है, तो आप समझ सकते हैं कि कुछ तो अच्छा रिस्पांस मिला ही होगा। और जहाँ तक मैंने खुद देखा है, मैंने जो काम किया है, उससे भी मुझे लग रहा है कि फर्स्ट सीजन से बहुत ज़्यादा हायर लेवल पे सेकंड सीजन गया है, क्योंकि अब तक हमको बहुत समझ भी आ चुकी है कि किस तरह से हम क्या करना चाहते हैं। पहले शुरू किया था तो नया था, इतना पता नहीं था कि लोगों के रिएक्शंस कैसे होंगे, लोग हमारी बात को समझ भी पा रहे हैं या नहीं। बट अब जब हमने देखा, जो सारी रिसर्च वगैरह हुई, तो उससे पता चला कि हाँ, लोगों को समझ में आ रहा है और लोगों को अच्छा लग रहा है। तो अब हम और बना रहे हैं और हर एपिसोड में कुछ ना कुछ बेटर करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
वुमन इनइक्वालिटी की बात हो रही है, तो आप इसमें कितना बिलीव करते हैं? आपके साथ ऐसा कभी हुआ है?
वुमन इनइक्वालिटी की बात तो अब मैं अपनी पर्सनल बात करूँ तो भी, और जनरली बात करूँ तो भी, और मैं जनरली बात करूँ तो भी हर जगह पर वुमन इक्वालिटी होती भी है और नहीं भी होती है। डिपेंड्स, आप जैसे ये एक बहुत पर्सनल इशू होता है अक्सर, जबकि ये है जनरल बट बहुत पर्सनल होता है, क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है कि हम खुद हमारे लिए खड़े हैं। अगर हम अपने लिए खड़े नहीं होंगे तो
थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक यू।
फोन डाल